All right. Good morning and welcome back to the Sydney Tokyo overlap. Uh, the connection was getting dropped and packets were also, so I had to reconnect. I think now the stream is fine. So let's get started off with the Euro USD for our chart as usual. So now what we are seeing right now, as we speak, what we are seeing is potential wave four. Maybe prices may go a bit sideways uh, after hitting 1.1160 yesterday. Let me bring up the hourly chart with a bit of zooming. There you are. So the third wave got extended, and what we are seeing right now is potentially, yeah. So that is wave one, wave two, where we were 2 days back, correct? And the third wave, where we got wave one, wave two, wave three, potential wave four being carved out. I think it's going to take some more sideways action. And before reversing, I believe that the third wave would extend up to 1300 mark, I suppose. Let's find out. Yeah, so 1.1264, possibly 1.1190 as well. All right, so we've got one more leg on the upside before euro could actually terminate the sub-minute wave 5 right up there. All right, so here's the sub-minute wave 5, which is pointing close to 1.12. So we've got wave 4 a bit sideways action and then a sub-minute wave 5. That would complete the minute wave 3, but I think we would be more inclined to take a bit of profits over there around 1.19. It could be today as well, being Friday, and next week there could be a next week the entire next week could be a pullback as uh, minute wave 4 begins to unfold, and before minute wave 5 terminates the minute wave 3 up there. All right, so trading point of view, please remain on the long side as we initiated day before, uh, and the immediate target looks towards 1.12, where we can book partial profits. I repeat, sir, we can book partial profits because further upside is seen towards 1.114, 1.15. All right, so that's the story in the euro, and fresh positions can be taken right now if you want to take that short-term profits of 1.12, and you can place your stop to avoid risk. If you're taking fresh position right now, you can place your stop loss just around the 1.0850 mark. Ideally, if this is an impulse which is looking like an impulse, the third wave extended, prices would not slip towards 1.0845. All right, even those who are uh, okay, positional traders, I think it would be much better to have your stop loss around 1.05, because it is quite possible that a pullback can I mean, pullback not right now, but after 1.12, it's quite possible. And we are anyways going to book partial profits at 1.12. So it's okay if you don't change your stop loss. It's not going to make much effect. As far as the retracements are concerned, prices are anyways not expected to drop below 1.0740. All right, this is for those who are looking for short-term benefits and who are still sitting on the sidelines but want to take some short-term benefits out of the trade. So you can buy here right now at the current price 1.1043, stop loss around 1.0840, and the risk reward ratio wouldn't suffice, but if you're still inclined, you can go long with a stop around 1.0850 with a potential target of 1200. All right, that's a that's almost a 1:1, not a 1:1 exactly, but just about 1:1 risk reward ratio. All right, so that's the story in the euro. Let's move on to the dollar index, please. All right, just adjusting the screen for a complete view. So if you look at the wave counts first, or the wave theory, we are progressing lower within the minute wave 3 circle Roman, which is still far away, and then we have minute wave 4 and 5 to complete. All right, going a step within minute wave 1 to sub-minute wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is near to completion. Possibly one more low towards 100, 101, or possibly 101 and lower as well, which is again an extension, which will be a minute wave 3 termination just below 101 possibly, and then we have minute wave 4 and 5. All right, so quite a bit downside is still seen as prices unfold. The short-term targets for dollar index can be placed around 101, and so if you are inclined to take any positions right now as we speak, you can with a potential target of 100, but the risk reward ratio would not suffice, as to it would be almost 1:1 if you keep your stop loss right around 103.53. All right, so that is a short term view, but if you're planning positional, then you might want to take fresh trades but keep your positions around 107 with the potential target 97 and 95 by the time minute wave 5 completes. All right, so a slightly longer view would suffice with a good with a fair enough risk reward ratio. I wouldn't say it's an excellent risk reward ratio. But short term, because what we are expecting right now is a push drag below 101, point number one, and then a pullback as minute wave 4 begins to unfold. All right, so that could be the story which might be unfolding in the dollar index going forward. But we are still firmly placed on the short side. Price action, price action is still looking good on the short side. So there's no looking back. We are just about coming to the point where prices bottomed out around the 30th of September 2024. Bears would be more inclined to take out those lows around 100.7 and declare, at least declare that, okay, the pattern is just about enough to be completed around 100 levels as well. We would be more inclined to take more maximum profits around the 100 zone. Then you have a pullback, and then one more last leg lower towards possibly 97 or 96. That would also bring the channel support line in picture, where in fact bulls would be more inclined to take on the long side from there on. All right. So that's the story, the dollar index, and let's move forward with GBP USD. So here's the 4-hour chart for pound flashing up on your screens, and it is just pulling back within the fourth wave. I think let's find out if it's already reached the fourth wave with respect to the Fibonacci ratio. So let's take a retracement of the recent rally. The third wave which got extended, and I think third wave was also extended. They were the 38.2% Fibonacci, and what we are now seeing is there could be a bit more sideways action. Uh, we've got wave 1, wave 2, and then the third wave extended, wave 4 around the 38.2% Fibonacci, and I think let's take a short-term target as well. Whether it goes sideways for a few more hours, it's absolutely possible. But I think by the time we are back in the New York session 2 today or tomorrow, we should be comfortably. I mean, you see that both targets are matching up as well. Around 32.80, that could be the next upside. Also, if you look at the RSI, okay, RSI is not coming up. I'll have to refresh the whole chart. But the RSI would also produce a bearish divergence around the 32.84 mark. Alright, so we will be looking for that particular rally. Now, short term, if you want to take positions, let's find out if it is okay with a 1:1 risk reward ratio. Let's say we are entering longs around the 30.88. Ideally, the stop loss would go here, the 29.90. So let's say 29.80. That would be 29 and 30, 100 points of risk. And from 30.80 to 32.80, it would be 200 points of reward. So it is still a 1:2 risk reward ratio if you are inclined to go long at this price as well. The risk reward ratio that is being offered by GBP USD is 1:2. So keeping the time frame in mind and the 1:2 risk reward in mind, I would say it is not a bad idea to even buy at this price, but with an overview of a short-term trade potential, like maybe one day or up to 1 to 2 days. It's more price specific than the time specific. The moment you see 1.328090 flashing, maybe you can take profits off the desk, saying thank you very much and wait for a pullback. All right. Ideally, we are now progressing within the minute wave 3, that is a brackets circle, sorry. And it could be possible that minute wave 3 could terminate around the 32.80 mark before minute wave 4 comes along, and the minute wave 5 is possibly towards 1.37 and 1.39 respectively. So we would again be inclined to, I think prices would retrace back towards the 2800 handle for minute wave 4 and then wave 5. All right. Let's try and take a hypothetical extension as well if possible. Uh, I'm bringing it back towards 28, and you can see 36 3650 could be at a minimum upside where minute wave 5 would want to terminate. All right, so that's the story in pound dollar. Let's bring up uh, the most traded, that is gold. And yesterday, I mean, last couple of sessions were absolutely volatile. In terms of trading point of view, with perspective of trading, it was quite volatile. But at the same time, such a volatility would also bring up huge trading opportunities. Though we have refrained ourselves from selling uh, in the last session, but I think I would be more inclined to sell again around 30, 31, 40 if price action matches manages to reach there. Right now, what we are seeing is a backside test of the channel line, which should be providing quite a bit of resistance here. So, wave structure point of view, we are potentially completing minor wave 3, 4, and minor wave 5, that is at a higher degree, minute wave 5, one lesser degree, and also minute wave 5 around the 3165. As discussed in the previous session, only one alternate count that we would like to keep in mind is that it could be possible that minute wave 4 is still in the making, and we might see one more high as minute wave 5 pushes through the 3200 mark. That could be one more possibility. All right, but the chances for a potential top are quite ripe. We've got wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, or wave 3, 4, and 5 in place at the minute degree, and it looks like a massive reversal could be on its way, where we have, I think we got the first impulse also lower with the potential pullback, and it's nicely testing the backside of the channel right now. So we've got that wave 2, and possibly if wave 2 is in place, or maybe wave 2 can push a bit more higher. I think wave 3 is going to be quite a bit lower from where price action is trading right now. Ideally, we are looking gold to come and settle around the wave 4 of one lesser degree, probably around the 2840s if a major top is in place right now. That's a near-term target for gold. So we would be looking to push on the short side, or turn on the short side in the portal as well. So kindly watch out. Maybe in the London Times, during the London Times, we'll be more inclined to take a position on the short side. All right. So those are the stories. As we move, we'll touch base with Bitcoin and the Dow Jones going forward as the day progresses. Let's bring it a pause here. And as always, once again, thank you for tuning in. And until the next one, as always, please take care and God bless. Bye.